Hello friends, welcome to valuetrainings.com. Today in this SOAPUI training, I am going to tell you what is the role of server. If I say I am going to work on the web services testing or web API testing. Okay, so firstly let's see what is the meaning of a server, where it is placed, how I am going to use it and how it is helpful for me to test any web service. Okay, if you remember the image which I am showing you here right now, this is what? Here I am showing you the thing, it's a browser from where I am going to send the request. See, browser is something where user is present as my end user. I'll be present here and I am going to send the request to the server. Okay, so server is the something from where I am going to get back the response. Okay, so from the browser as an end user, I'm going to send the request and from the server, I'll get back the response. Okay, so what is the role of server? Server is a part of my complete network from where I'm going to get back the response. Okay, so this is the role of my server. And if I open the browser, say if I open the Firefox, or the example which I took on my first session, from the makemytrip.com, okay, it is already open. Say if I want to travel from Delhi to Mumbai, okay, from this state, one passenger, and if I search for that, so what I did, I just enter the conditions, I just enter the terms which I want, and I am going to get back the response, the outcomes, which are the possibilities available. Okay, so it is searching. So what I'll get back from the browser as an end user, I'm going to send the request, and from the server, I'm going to get back the response. This is one of the example as which I did choose as for the makemytrip.com. You can choose any example. Okay, and from the server side, you are going to get back the response according to your request, which from the browser you are actually making. Okay, so see here, I am actually getting back the response from the server. So this is the one of the example for the web service. Okay, and one more thing, this web service is something which is having its GUI. Okay, but actually we are discussing today about the role of server. So this is the only role, because the server is something from where to get back the response. Okay, and what is the meaning of web service? See, right now the thing which I'm showing you is for the GUI, right? But actually we are going to work on the API. What is the meaning of API? Say if this is the GUI for the makemytrip.com, I'll write here, this is what? This is the GUI for makemytrip.com. Okay, and what is the meaning of API? Where it is placed? API is something which is over here. Okay, so what is this one? This is my API. So we are here to test the API. That's why we'll say that it is web API testing. So if someone is going to test this API on the basis of the things which are available on that API, so that testing is surely the web API testing. Okay, so this is the role of the server on the web service or on the web API. Now what is the role of server on the retail application? What is retail application and how I'm going to work onto that? Okay, retail application is something which I have deployed on my own. I'm going to work onto that. I'll deploy this retail application on one of the server. I'll tell you which server I'm going to use. Okay, and on that server, I'll deploy that retail application in the same manner as makemytrip is deployed on the server. Okay, if I took the example for makemytrip, then I'll say for makemytrip, this is the one of the application which is deployed on the server. And for my case, I'm going to deploy the retail application on which server? Two type of servers I'm going to use. One is XAMPP and the Tomcat Apache, or I'll say Apache Tomcat. Okay, so these both are the servers which are by the Apache This is the products, both are the products by Apache, but both are going to work in a different manner. But one similarity, both are going to work for retail as my application. Where it differs, where both are same, I'll tell you in my next session. Okay, so if I say I'm going to work on the server for my retail application, what does it mean? Firstly, I'll deploy my retail application on the servers correspondingly, if it is XAMPP or if it is Apache Tomcat, and then I'll tell you how to work with that. Okay, and one more thing, most importantly, if I'm saying something about server, what is the meaning of that? Server surely means whenever someone says I'm getting something from the server, it means what? This is nothing but the response which I'll get back. Okay, on the basis of what? On the basis of the request which the user is making as an end user. Understand? So this is the all thing about the server, and the thing which I am discussing about the XAMPP and Apache, I'll tell you in short terms what is the meaning of XAMPP and Apache. XAMPP is something which is one of the server, and Tomcat Apache is again one of the servers which I am going to use. And yes, one more thing, not only server, you do also need the database connection if you want to work on the application. So what is the meaning of database? See, database is something where all the data related to the questions, related to the things, related to the request which as an end user you are making is going to store. Okay, and also the responses. Okay, so the thing which you want to store, it will be stored within the database, and for my case, as the server, I am going to use, as I said, XAMPP and Apache, and the database which I am going to use is MySQL. Okay, and how I am going to install it? You can install MySQL separately, or I'll use it from XAMPP only. Okay, so this is all about what is the role of server, how I'm going to use, and how it is going to helpful in my retail application when I'm going to work. Okay, thanks for watching the video.